Lich, one of the top organizers of the Freedom Convoy that paralyzed Ottawa for weeks back in February, will remain in jail after a justice of the peace says Lich breached a condition of her original release. CTV's senior political correspondent Glenn McGregor is joining me now from outside the courthouse in Ottawa with this breaking news. Glenn, what are we hearing on this?
Yeah, we just heard, Todd, from Tamara Lich's criminal defense lawyer, a guy named Lawrence Greenspan, who came out of the courtroom and said his client, Tamara Lich, is disappointed by this decision. And Mr. Greenspan promised to bring an application immediately, as soon as possible, for a bail review, effectively an appeal of today's decision by a higher court. And what happened in court just about half an hour ago was the Justice of the Peace ruled that Tamara Lich must remain in custody. You follow the bouncing ball. This was actually her fourth bail hearing she's been through since her arrest at the end of the Freedom Convoy back in February. She was initially denied bail. She appealed that decision, was released in March, eventually returned to her home in Medicine Hat, where she was able to live with certain bail conditions. One of those conditions was that she not have contact with about 10 other people who were also involved in the organization of the occupation of Ottawa that paralyzed the city for over 3 weeks. But she was allowed to go attend something called the Freedom Awards, a gala in Toronto put on by an organization that advocates against COVID mandates, and to accept that award. But while she was there, she posed for a photograph with one of the organizers, a fellow named Tom Marazzo, and actually sat at his table, according to Ottawa police, and was also seen in a Facebook video maybe speaking to him or whispering something to him in his ear after she gave her acceptance speech. The Justice of the Peace ruling on her bail decision today was not impressed by that, said she was essentially flaunting the conditions, and says she was free to express her own freedom by breaching those conditions, but of course it comes at its cost. She is now going back to jail. She'll be held indefinitely, or at least until her trial date is set sometime possibly months into the future, unless her lawyer can successfully convince a higher court, Todd, that that decision made today should be set aside.
And Glenn, we can see behind you and around you lots of supporters out there for Tamara Lich as well.
Yeah. Tamara Lich was a key figure in this. She was probably the most visible person, and she is kind of a hero to the people who came to Ottawa, and they continue to come out whenever she makes a court appearance. There was a group of several dozens of people, actually both in the courtroom and out here in front of the courthouse. They were expecting a different story. They were expecting her to be released, and they wanted to have kind of a welcome party to greet her when she came out the courtroom doors just over my shoulder. That, of course, didn't happen. Mood turned kind of dark amongst these people. They were chanting. A lot of them were angry. I heard some people actually sobbing in the courthouse gallery when the decision came down. She is that important to this so-called freedom movement because she really was one of the driving forces, back in early January, one of the people who got the movement going, and of course drove with that convoy from Western Canada all the way to Ottawa, and was seen on the streets every day and on all the press conferences. So she is kind of a hero of the Freedom Convoy to some people, and a lot of disappointment, Todd, that she is going to stay in jail here in Ottawa.
CTV's Glenn McGregor with the very latest. Tamara Lich, one of the key organizers of the Freedom Convoy, denied bail. Thanks, Glenn.